Sniffany, please. Not today. We're tired. Black people really do be living in y'all's heads rent-free, no utilities, oceanfront view. We take up more space in your smooth as satin bird brain bitch minds than other people's vocals in a JLo song. Like y'all, like y'all really do think about us all day long. This is what I imagine is the average day for a pimple puss person. Y'all wake up and you think about black people. You roll over, kiss your husband, and then you get out of bed. You don't shower. You don't brush your teeth. You barely eat breakfast because we know you're hooked on everything but phonics, so y'all be having for breakfast. And then you drive to work whilst you think about black people. You get to work. You terrorize everyone's there, throwing around microaggressions all day. You get back in your car, drive home while thinking about black people. You get home and you make your unseasoned dinners and you sit at the dinner table and probably talk about black people. And then you finish dinner, wash your dishes while thinking about black people, take a shower, maybe in only the upper half, while you think about black people, and then you crawl in bed, kiss your husband, and go to sleep and dream about black people. And in some ways I get it, because if I were the carbon copy, I would think a lot about the blueprint too. Like I fear I too would be very jealous, and that jealousy would in fact age me like milk in the Arizona sun. But I like to think that at one point I would realize that I have more pressing matters to be thinking about. For example, the fact that my husband might one day get tired of being married with children, and instead of considering divorce, click, boom! I know that it always has been and most likely always will be black people that live in your heads rent-free, but there might be some other things that y'all want to focus on. Hope this helps. Peace and love. Talk to you later.
Yeah, in case you missed the first part of that. So some asshole decides to get on TikTok and make a snarky post saying, when you realize it's called Black Friday because that's who needs the discounts.
Does the bitch realize that it's more white people that go to those discounts? I have no words for racists like her.
Olivia Krolka shit. I can't pronounce it. Some fucked up Polish name. So yeah.
Crocker shit sounds about right.
Yeah. Krolchik. Crocker shit. So, you know, I mean, this is what she wants to make her post about. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't say her. No, it doesn't. Who cares what her handle is? But yeah, this is probably her information she's posting. It's like, you know what? You wanna be like that? You wanna be a pissant? I hope you get all the hate. I hope you get everything you were looking for, you know? Because, you know, it's like once they start realizing how many white people are, you know, flocking to these Black Friday deals. You know, I mean, it's like the ghetto comments or the welfare queen comments, and come to find out more white people are on welfare getting subsidies for this, that, and the third. And it's like, should we be this prideful? Should we be this loud in our stupidity? And someone decided to, you know what, bet. I'm gonna double down. And then she says, oh, well, this is a joke. If you can't handle the joke, then go away. It's like, nah, we're not gonna go away. We're gonna make you feel bad each and every time. You know, I mean, just what a pissy attitude and a pissy way to go about it. Now, some of the comments Janae mentioned was, you know, when the husband gets tired of being married with kids and instead of a divorce, he up and murders his wife. Come to find out, I just happen to have a story about that. You know, it's quite sick. Former Miss Switzerland finalist's husband is charged with murder, and I'm sure you saw this or heard this. The husband of former Miss Switzerland finalist has been charged with murder after a gruesome killing that shocked the country. Mother of two, Christina Joksimovic, dismembered body was discovered at her home. An autopsy report later found a power tool, garden shears, blender, chemicals had been used on the 38-year-old remains. Miss Joksimovic's parents have become concerned about her whereabouts when her children's nursery called to say she had failed to collect her two daughters. Her father reportedly found parts of her body while carrying out a search of the family home. The husband confessed to killing his wife March 2024, according to federal court, but argued he had been acting in self-defense after she came for him with a knife. A court ruling that September concluded she had been strangled to death. The suspect has demonstrated a remarkable high level of criminal energy, lack of empathy, and cold-bloodedness. It's just gruesome what he did. Based on the result of the investigation, prosecutor's office assumes that the accused murdered his wife in their shared residence. The public prosecutor office is not releasing any further details regarding the circumstances of the crime. But this was just such a disgusting case. So evidently, he's watching YouTube videos while he's chopping pieces of his wife and putting it in a blender. That, I mean, and I know a lot of idiots were like, "Hey, let's find out what videos was he watching?" It's like, do we care at this point? But anyway, I just wanted to segue into that. After that rousing, awesome introduction, good morning, evening, or afternoon, depending on what part of the globe you're on and what time zone you are in. I'm your host, Skeptically Speaking.
I'm Sweet Pea from across the pond.
And welcome to the Skeptically Speaking show. I'm enjoying a Gatorade with a lemonade ice ball.
I will raise you a decaffeinated mint chocolate latte.
Okay. I think you've one up me. Well, and you found us. You found us on YouTube, but did you also know that you can find us on TikTok, Blue Sky, Discord, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, Kick, Rumble, Twitch, Twitter, and Substack? If you want more independent media in your life, please consider supporting the show. Support us on Cash App, Venmo, or become a Patreon subscriber. We'd love to have your patronage. And with that being said, how are you doing, Sweet Pea?
I'm feeling a little better.
Good.
but also feeling, thank you, but feeling traumatized after what that man did to that poor innocent woman.
Yeah.
That poor woman, those poor kids.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they lock him up for the rest of his natural existence.
Do not let him see daylight.
Those children. Yeah. He shouldn't see daylight again, and he shouldn't see those kids again either. Like, holy. Like, I don't know about you, but I personally do not care what this fucker was watching. What he done is absolutely horrendous and disgusting.
Absolutely.
Sickening.
Well, we can jump into some good news. Kilmar Obrego Garcia, the guy that's been ping-ponging with ICE, Department of Homeland Security, immigration, you name it. He's finally he's finally being returned to his Maryland home after all of this. After he
I
was
hope he presses
deported.
charges.
Yeah, after he was deported to El Salvador.
Mm-hmm. Kept prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he presses charges.
Yeah, his attorney told CBS on Thursday that he was officially out of Immigration and Customs Enforcement's custody in Pennsylvania. Hours later, he's spotted arriving home. Obrego Garcia has been instructed to check in at an ICE field office in Baltimore at 8 a.m. Friday. His legal team told CBS News when he was given similar instructions over the summer following his release from pretrial detention, he was taken into ICE custody, and there are concerns he could be rearrested Friday on different legal grounds. So they're still going to keep fucking with him.
But he's a legal citizen, so they shouldn't.
Not yet. Not yet. No, he's not a legal citizen yet, but he's working on it.
Yeah.
You know,
they say to come in the right way, and you've got all these people that are coming in the right way, doing everything that they're supposed to be doing. And then you've got the ICE testicles arresting people before they can get naturalized.
Good name from ICE testicles. Yeah. Asylum seekers is a valid way. That is a legal way to come into the U.S. But it's just been a complete nightmare.
Oh, it is.
Links will be down in the description.
They're like harassing and arresting citizens as well, and just like all these unlawful kidnappings. All of ICE, all of the Trump administration need to be held accountable for the unlawful actions of ICE. ICE should be held accountable, especially, you know. I think the most disgusting one was I watched where they were literally trying to kidnap a child from school.
Yeah.
A legal citizen, a child.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just been one clusterfuck after the other. I mean, the Trump administration has done an awesome job, a real awesome job of portraying us as a bunch of fuckstick barbarians. I mean, at one point, Obrego Garcia is like, well, if I'm going to get deported, hey, send me to Costa Rica. You know. Oh, but they didn't want to send him there. So we'll see where this goes. He's going to report to an ICE facility. Why?
Mm-hmm. He shouldn't have to. He hasn't done anything wrong.
Yeah.
I hope he sues them.
Yeah, well, there's going to be a lot of lawsuits coming forward. Go ahead.
I was trying to remember the name of that Republican that we so much despise, where she's been lying and stuff, and somebody's called for her resignation because of all the lies and disinformation that she's been spreading. And one of the Democrat House or Senate members has actually got enough evidence against her, and they've started articles of impeachment against them. And I can't remember. Let's see if I can try and remember. And while I'm trying to remember, is there any other good news?
Well, I wouldn't say this is. I wouldn't say this is good news. This is kind of disturbing news. Liam Neeson has a starring role in a new anti-vaxxer documentary. So Neeson, who's been a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador since 2011, who praised vaccines as one of the biggest collective achievements in human history, just 3 years ago, provides narration for Plague of Corruption, 80 years of pharmaceutical corruption exposed. I mean, with a name like that, that should have been the red flag, but apparently wasn't. The documentary is sold as an examination of how pharmaceutical giants systematically captured governments, deceived families, and communities worldwide. It features interviews with anti-vaxxers, such as Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy. Plague of Corruption is based on a book co-authored by a pair of anti-vaxxers and published by Children's Health Defense, an anti-vaccine group that Kennedy founded. Interesting. Neeson's role in the film, it involves him calling them the mRNA COVID-19 vaccine dangerous experiments, painting mainstream scientists as fanatics, and maligning emergency COVID-19 lockdowns. Quote, thousands of lives were lost, but not to the virus, but to mental anguish brought on by these harsh restrictions.
What a dumbass. What a fucking dumbass.
Yeah. He has lost his mind.
He has lost his mind. He has lost his goddamn mind.
Yeah. In 2022, Neeson showed love to scientists and health workers, including Hungarian biochemist Katalin Karikó, whose research led to the development of the mRNA COVID-19 vaccine. In a statement of multimedia outlets, Neeson's representative stressed that the actor, well, quote, never has been and is not anti-vaccination. Well, I don't care what his representative has to say. In fact, I don't care what Neeson has to say. If you took an active role in the making of this so-called documentary, you know what? I don't give a fuck. And now he's trying to downplay it by backtracking and saying, well, you know, we recognize we're just talking about the corruption within the pharmaceutical industry. I'm like, yeah, there is corruption in the pharmaceutical industry. Yes. Are they making obscene profits? Yes.
Yes, they are. But vaccines are very much needed, and I can quite assure, I can quite assure him that without vaccines being created to combat viruses, there would be a lot more people dying.
Yeah.
The whole point
You ever seen an infant, a little baby on a respirator?
Yeah. It's heartbreaking.
Kelly on Blue Sky says, honestly, I hope it ends his career, and I've always liked Liam Neeson, but children are dying and becoming disabled. Public health is gone. The healthcare system is on its knees. It's unconscionable to glorify RFK Jr. or to peddle anti-vaccine rhetoric.
Yep.
Alan Cerny on Blue Sky says, this Liam Neeson thing breaks my heart. Every day somebody disappoints you. Pretty tired of it. Before you get into the other thing he got canceled for, you should read that interview. He showed remorse for it, and it was a clarifying moment for him. Being anti-vax, though, there's no coming back for that.
Oh, no, there isn't. Damage is done.
How to Set Your Career on Fire, a memoir. I'm now vaccinated against Liam Neeson. Good Lord, people, Liam Neeson is not your friend. He did a shitty thing. You don't need to tie yourselves into knots defending the indefensible. Yeah. I don't know if this is midlife crisis or what the fuck's going on, but it's quite sad. I'm going to pull up. Yeah, of course. I'm pulling up the comments on the article itself. BC says, how dare he try to tell us what the truth is? Because as Dems, we all know that when Kennedy left the party, all the truths he taught us turned out to be lies. Articles like this and anything Joy Reid says have now become the truth. What a fucking moron. Okay. Well, you're entitled to that stupid opinion. Today's medicine seems to be a hot mess compared to medicine of the past. What? Tracy Kim, it's complicated with the world, technology, and wealth. As a baby boomer, oh, that explains it. Many of the medical breakthroughs have occurred during my lifetime that from now on, the same problems... God, what a fucking paragraph. The same problems of other industries also applies to medicine. Corporate greed, fame, publicity applies to science, auto, technology, people that... What? This is the boomerest of boomer... I'm not reading this. Oh my fucking God. Talk about a... Your comment is hot mess. It isn't medicine.
Is it the word salad of all word salads? But I know I have discovered that Republican's name now that we so much hate.
Here, I'll send you a copy of the text.
Okay. I can't wait. So the Republican that has been told that they must resign or be impeached is Kristi Noem.
Is this official?
Yeah, this is official.
Okay, don't build me up and mess me around, and then worst of all, anyway, we have. I think I have the article. I think I have an article of Kristi Noem. We'll come back to that. If I don't,
okay, I'm going to send you the video though.
Yeah, she appeared.
Salad fuck.
Yeah, she had to appear before Congress.
Yes, this is the video of her appearing before Congress, and she's been told that she either resigns or she's going to be impeached. And the articles of impeachment have been sent in. They were sent in, I believe, on Monday.
Yeah, but if there's nobody to enforce the impeachment, I agree she
Yeah.
needs to be impeached. She's not getting impeached. I'm sorry. There's nobody that's going to hold it up. I don't know.
What in the cognitive dissonance have you sent me?
But
this person has not got a clue. Right, for one, I don't think they have a cure for the Black Plague. There is plague pits still around that we are not allowed to dig up because of how dangerous it is. I think it's only been the last few, like I'm talking like 1, 2, maybe 3 years, that they've got a treatment for Ebola. But I don't think they have a vaccine against the Black Plague. But please correct me if I'm wrong. This person
I don't think so either.
This person does not know what they're talking about. I know that they do have a treatment for Ebola, but that's only been the last few years because a nurse went over who volunteered to help patients in Africa that had Ebola, and she caught it and she was quite ill. But they give her this new experimental vaccine, and she did slowly recover from it.
Good stuff.
I know. So I know the vaccine for Ebola is quite new. Please, anyone in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they have a cure for, or even a vaccine against Black Plague.
Do you have the article of Kristi Noem queued up?
I sent you a video. It was a video
Okay.
I seen,
Yeah,
and you can see the representative actually saying to Kristi Noem that she has two choices. She either resigns or she gets impeached.
Well, I'm not sure. Let's see if I can pull it up.
Okay.
If it
You lied on the record.
There it goes.
You lied to members of this committee. You violated court orders by not turning around deportation flights bound for El Salvador, where we know that hundreds of people under your leadership have reported that they were raped, they were beaten, and they nearly died. And your agents used chemical weapons in Chicago despite court orders from District Court Judge Ellis forbidding their use. Secretary Noem, you, Gregory Bovino, and your ICBP and DHS deputized agents have waged an unaccountable, unlawful, unconstitutional war against communities across the nation. Our residents have been surveilled, they've been threatened, they've been tear gassed, they've been hit with pepper balls, they've been shot, they've been subjected to warrantless arrest and precision immobilization maneuvers, they've been kidnapped and disappeared under your leadership. So we have a lot to talk about, but you and your department continue to reject congressional oversight. You have misused resources appropriated by Congress. You've engaged in unethical behavior. You have repeatedly made false and misleading statements to Congress and to the press. And you've undermined the separation of powers and disregarded the role of Congress and the courts. Bottom line, you lie with impunity. You reject checks and balances, and you ignore Congress and the courts. Your options are limited. Either you're going to resign, Trump's going to fire you, or you will be impeached. I've already called for your resignation. You may remember I hand-delivered my request to you back in May, and I urge you to reconsider resignation because I've taken the first step towards your impeachment, and I've called on the Judiciary Committee to open an investigation into your lawlessness. You lied on the record. You lied to members of this committee.
Okay. As much as I love the bravado, as much as I love the tough talk, if there's nobody here, if there's nobody there that's going to enforce an
Yeah.
impeachment, why do you think Trump didn't get impeached the first 2 times? Because there
Because
weren't
Snail-
votes.
Mhm.
There
Because
weren't
that-
votes.
Because that bow-legged necklace turtle fucker didn't have the spine.
Yeah, it's quite sad.
And other Republicans didn't have the spine.
Yeah, they let him walk. So he was officially impeached, and then they let him walk.
Also, as well, I would like to correct myself. The bubonic plague, that can be treated today with antibiotics if it is caught early enough. But yes, they do also have a vaccine for Ebola as well.
All right, well that's good.
Sorry, I had to fact check myself to make sure. But they do say it is important that the bubonic plague is caught early enough to be treated with antibiotics.
Sorry, more bad news. I'm still getting hit with Sydney Sweeney articles. I'm just. They were. I mean, it was so bad. They were actually. I saw articles promoting her as the next Supergirl. I'm like, what is it about Sydney Sweeney? Why is it that they're doing their damnedest to push her in our faces? I mean, it's like she is an utter flop. And yet she's in movie after movie after movie and flop after flop after flop. This is, I mean, an utter failure. And she's still getting jobs. It's like they're like, well, maybe this one will be it. Maybe this one will be it. I mean, I'm sorry, but I think her publicist or agent, whatever, agent, not publicist. I guess her agent must hate her guts because it's like, but then again, nobody hates Sydney Sweeney's guts like Sydney Sweeney hates Sydney Sweeney's guts. You know? I mean, she has done everything she can to sabotage her own career. You know? And again, I can see her going over to the Hallmark Channel or some right-wing stupid fuckwit production company owned by TPUSA or Ben Shapiro's organization.
Do you know that is so funny? Because, like, wasn't it last week we were talking about who we think should do, who should play Superwoman? And I said about Kerry Wilkinson playing Superwoman.
Who's Kerry?
Kerry Washington, sorry. She is an actress. She is phenomenal. Because first of all, I said about Halle Berry, but we both agreed that Halle Berry is getting on a little bit level, and she probably won't be up to doing some of the action scenes she might once was. But she did make a phenomenal Catwoman.
It's not about not being able to do action scenes. It's for the next 10 years. You know, Halle Berry.
That's what
she did Storm in X-Men.
Yeah.
And that was a good vehicle. It was a good role for her, but you know, when they pick the next Supergirl, she's going to be the person, whoever's doing it, it's going to be the 10-year plan, because that's when they start making other franchise movies based on the Marvel universe.
Mm-hmm. That's why Kerry
actually, is Superman Marvel or DC?
Both.
Both. Well, okay. You know,
That's why Kerry Washington was my second choice, because I did pick Halle Berry first, but then you did point out it'll be for like the next 10 years.
yeah.
And I was kind of thinking, I absolutely adore Halle Berry. I really do. But yeah, I think, 10 years. Yeah.
Well, the Rings of
As
Power is
much as I
coming
would love
back for
that.
season 3. Yay! I did enjoy Rings of Power.
I have not watched that yet, but I did get through a whole series of Wayward yesterday. That was interestingly fucked up.
Yeah, so anyway, well, let's go ahead and take a music break. All right, see you after these messages.
X gon' give it to you. What? Fuck waiting for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you. Knock, knock, open up the door. It's real with the non-stop pop of stainless steel. Go hard, getting busy with it. But I got such a good heart that I'll make a motherfucker wonder if he did. Damn right, and I'll do it again, cause I am right, so I got to win. Break bread with the enemy. No matter how many cats I break bread with, I'll break who you sending me. You motherfuckers never wanted nothing but your life saved. Come on, that's on the light of day. Damn, getting down. Like a nigga who said freeze, but won't be the one ending up on his knees. Bitch, please, if the only thing you cats did was came out to play, stay out my way, motherfucker came out to play. Then we gonna roll, then we let it pop, go, let it go. X gon' give it to you, X gon' give it to you.
All right. Moving right along. Next episode, the next slew of articles are going to be pretty damning. As we know, black men do not hang themselves from trees. And just this past month, a family fights for answers after a black man was found hanging from a tree in Wisconsin. I believe this was the golf course. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You gotta be kidding. Medley family demands transparency after their son and brother, Tory Medley, was found dead, hanging from a tree. A family in Wisconsin is grieving and questioning the death of their brother and son, who was found. Brookfield Hills Golf Course on November 13th. Since then, his family and representatives and the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP, have been actively searching for answers. And they're trying to get the Brookfield Police Department, they're asking them critical questions about how he got there and what truly happened were fully examined. Our family has been pushing for a thorough, transparent investigation from the start. And she noted in her statement, local police ruled the 39-year-old's death a suicide, claiming that they had no information at this point to indicate a crime was involved. However, the family's attorney, William Sutton, believes officials rushed this claim. Oh, like they did in Mississippi? The chief of police arrived at a conclusion on a death where they haven't fully completed their investigation and won't talk to the family about it. We all know the negative relationship that black men have with lynching in our community, and this is a big deal. reports of Medley's death come just 2 months after 21-year-old DeMar Travion, also known as Trey Reed, was found hanging from a tree at Delta State University. Like the Reed family who hired Ben Crumb, Sultan says they have requested a meeting with Brookfield's chief investigator and the Waukesha County Medical Examiner's Office in hopes of receiving more details about Medley's death and injuries. Regardless of what the ultimate conclusion is here, the family deserves to know what actually happened. If it was suicide, we'll accept that, but if it was something else, we'll accept that too. We just need to know that all the I's have been dotted and the T's have been crossed. The family has also received the support of the Milwaukee and Waukesha chapters of the NAACP. These types of circumstances, it's extraordinary, unusual, and again, that being the case, we want to make sure that there's communication here. And that's all, and that's a lot of it is what it is the lack of transparency and communication. But ultimately, the Medley family's mission remains the same. I want to be clear, we expect and demand complete transparency from the Brookfield Police Department. My family deserves answers. Tori deserves answers. The community deserves answers. I will not stop asking questions until we know exactly what happened to my brother. I mean, this is just pathetic. Lynchings have gone up big time, haven't they? I mean, it's like, where's all this coming from? I believe there is a systematic attack that's being perpetrated on Black people in general. And then, but it's just that much more gruesome. It's like, come on. And I've heard several Black people say it. They're like, this does not happen. We don't hang ourselves because we know what the connotation is. It's like the last method they would use. This is from Blavity. The police suspect no foul play. Well, it's not like the police have ever lied or withheld without, it's not like they haven't withheld information. You have a list of names. Okay. So the police investigated the incident and determined that Medley had reportedly died by suicide with no additional evidence to support other claims. At this stage of the investigation, there is no indication of foul play other than injuries caused by asphyxiation. There were no other obvious signs of trauma to his body, and there is no evidence at the scene suggesting that any other individuals were present at the time of his death. We are also aware that Mr. Medley was experiencing mental health challenges in the days prior to his death. Yeah, I tell you what, if the Brookfield Police Department pulls a Mississippi, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. And it should be bad. In Trey Reed's case, the Mississippi police first told the family originally that he died in his dorm room. And then they switched it to, oh, well, actually he hung himself. But they withheld information about blunt force trauma to the back of his head prior to that event. So, I mean, there is a small possibility that this is a legit suicide. But,
Still waiting for Trey Reed's autopsy results. Still nothing back on the second autopsy results
nothing
yet.
back on the Trey Reed
Not yet.
autopsy.
Not yet. Which probably means, and dare we hope, that an investigation has been opened up. If we haven't heard anything from the second autopsy results, probably means that they found evidence that suggests Trey Reed was murdered, and the police force and other autopsy doctor tried covering that up. So they're probably doing an investigation, and hopefully that will lead to criminal charges towards them. Somebody needs to be, they all need to be held accountable for this, because what Trey Reed's family went through is unacceptable.
Yep. And I'm not going to even address the foul comments on this article. It's like people comment on things they don't even read. You know? Oh, they're just digging for gold. They're just trying to get a payday. It's like no one's saying anything. No one said anything about lawsuits. No one said anything about suing anybody. They said they want communication. They want to be spoken to. Here it is. Quote, the chief of police arrived at a conclusion on the death where they haven't actually completed their investigation and won't talk to the family. That is a fucking red flag. You know, why aren't they talking to the family?
They should make the family the priority. They should be speaking to the family first. They should be making sure the family is what
you want to know why they don't trust you? You want to know why we do not trust you? This is it. This is it. Just being there for the family would have gone a long way to show that there's nothing to hide. There's no nefarious anything going on. But it's like that they're so, especially in Mississippi, in the Mississippi case, they're just slipshod, sloppy. And then, I mean, racism being the big card here, because they don't care. They do not care. And despite all the details, they're still saying, well, there's no evidence of foul play. Oh yeah, well, we found evidence of this, that, and the third. Oh, well, that kind of changes things, doesn't it? But yeah, and then you got the coroner lying for the police department. Well, that goes along. That helps, doesn't it? And then they found another body of Alexa Man. This was December 3rd, 2025. Police investigate a possible suicide, the death of a man whose body was found hanging from a tree in West Helena on Wednesday. A person flagged down an officer around 10:15 a.m. near Hayes Supermarket after finding a body hanging from a tree in a nearby wooded area. The body was identified as that of Alex Bennett, 35. Of course, no evidence of foul play. Another Trey Reed article by CNN. But yeah, this is September 19th, so this is going way, way back. But yeah, this is gonna keep happening, and we need to stay on this. Absolutely. We can't just let this go. Demand answers from our police force. Demand answers and stay on them. Let them know, hey, we're not just going to roll over just because you say roll over or you give us a bunch of bullshit.
So updates on the bayous. As to date, from the 10th of December, 31 deaths have been logged for the bayous.
That's in Texas, right?
That's all along the bayous along there, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's. I do think
these are from Mississippi.
Killer. Oh yes. Yeah, they're from all over. You've got deaths from all over with the bayous. The bodies have been, I'm pretty sure they're being dumped in different locations in different bayous.
Yeah. Well, we're going to stay on this, as they say, watch the space. But yeah, let them know we're not taking bullshit for an answer. And if they can't do their job, get them the hell out. Get them the hell out. Vote that sheriff out. Get somebody who wants to do the job in. Yeah. Full stop. All right. We'll keep watching this space. Thank you so much for joining us on the Skeptically Speaking podcast. We'll see you all on the next show. Take care, everybody. And
don't forget to like, comment. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.
We would love it.
See you all.
Wake up, grab a brush and put a little makeup. Hide the scars to fade away. Why'd you leave the keys up on the table? Here you go, create another fable. You wanted to grab a brush and put a little makeup. You wanted to hide the scars that fade away the shake-up. You wanted to. Why'd you leave the keys up on the table? You wanted to. I don't think you trust